Hey everybody, it's Vim, and welcome to the first episode of the War Within Season 3 Random Challenge. And by random, I mean we completely picked this tune at random. Class, spec, even race, which is why I'm such a funny-looking Affliction Warlock. But hey, those are the breaks. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get him as high as we possibly can, running M+ dungeons. Some of the quick rules are pugs only. I'm going to run my own keys and nothing from my warband. So get no help. Everything has to be completely run through pugs, and we'll see how far we get or how pissed off I get, whichever comes first. I don't know. So at the end of season 2, I created this character from scratch, and just to kind of get him up to a decent eye level, got him up to about 640 or so. Just kind of running some delves. And I think time walking was still going on back then, so just kind of ran some time walks to get some gear and kind of things like that. So nothing too major on it, and so let's see how we go. So let's see, what do we even have? We have a 2 Arakara, whatever that is. I don't know. Okay, and our 6th level right now is 680. And that was just from, and I also did some of the weekly quests to get, the caches. So got some decent gear out of that. So we're at 680 right now. So let's head on over to Arakar, and we will do our, we will list our group and see if we can get somebody in here. Now, I haven't played in Affliction Lock since the game first came out, however many years ago. Yes, I'm that old. Sorry. But so a lot's changed, and I am going to be very, very poor at it. I can probably already tell you that. So any of you Affliction Locks that may be watching this and just kind of slapping your forehead and yelling at me the whole time, just leave a note in the comments of what I can do better, or what I can do that's not completely embarrassing the class. I don't want to be an embarrassment to the Warlock community. Chances are I will be for now, but we'll figure it out later. Or we'll figure it out as we go. So all right, so let's go ahead and get this bad boy going. Arakar +2, and we will list a group. So what I'm looking for is, I have a battle res. Really what I'm looking for is obviously a class with lust. Another battle res would be nice to have, but we'll see what we get. At this point, we're just trying to get anybody we can. I want to kind of start this off, and I know beginning of the season, not many people are running 2s because they're trying to sprint as fast as they can to the finish line, and that's all fun and stuff, but what about us low people? Unfortunately, I went on vacation last week, so I missed the very first week of dungeons, so I'm kind of a week behind. I'm hoping that will help out. We'll see. If this ends up taking a really, really long time, we may just end up cutting to whenever I have the full group. And as of right now, we have absolutely 0 people coming in. Which means this is probably going to take a really, really long time. So what I'm going to do is we will cut to when we have the full group up and running. Okay, so that was crazy. I had the group listed for half an hour or so. Got 1 or 2 DPS, couldn't get a tank or healer, and they just ended up leaving. So I think I may do a little bit of a caveat to using my own key thing. It's a DPS, and these first early weeks, this is going to be tough trying to find one. So I may just, at the beginning here, hop into somebody else's group if they will have me, because yeah, that was nuts. That was absolutely crazy. So let's do a search. Let me see. I swear, if I can get into this Arakar +2, I'm going to be... So let me just sign up. I'm just going to sign up for everything. Without a priory. All right. Halls of Atonement. All right, let's do it. Nope. Never mind. Oh yeah. Okay, let's do it. Dawnbreaker. Okay. So just keep it as a 2. Let's do this. Halls of Atonement. All right. So, Dawnbreaker. All right. We'll go to a Dawnbreaker. That's fine by me. That was nuts. I mean, just absolutely crazy. I heard people talking about that like, it's crazy to get into or start your own groups as a DPS. And, well, I guess that's the truth. So, we will just do that for this one. Maybe after this week, maybe things will be better next week. I don't know. But I guess people are still pushing as high as they can, so nobody's doing low keys. Yeah, I don't get it either. So we'll just, you know, hop along onto other people's for right now. Yeah. And pretend that's what we wanted to do this whole time. Yeah, it's exactly what we wanted to do this whole time. All right. So we are in here. Let's go ahead and drop a table so everybody can get their soul stones. Or bam, we'll do that. Where's this guy at? Hopefully he's here. Okay. Now remember, don't laugh too hard. I have not played an Affliction Lock in, forever. I know it's you got to keep up the dots, try to maintain these dots with as many people as you can. You have priority targets. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right, everybody is here, which is good. All right, it's only a 2, right? We should be fine. They don't need my DPS, right? It's a 2. They'll be fine. Yep, talents are checked. Yeah, sure. All right, let's try it. Shit, I forgot. God, I hate that it does this at the beginning. Why? Why does it do that already at the beginning? All right, let's set our... All right, let's do our seed. Okay. Let's do a defensive. I'm already hurting. All right, let's do our Vile Taint. Let's get our Soul Rods. You know what? Let's just dump everything here. Let's see if we can't do some damage. I'm getting a lot of free bolts, which is nice. Holy mackerel. I am just getting... Oh. Why was my pet on passive? Because I'm an idiot. That's why. Holy mackerel. Okay. We are not doing good. Well, let's at least kick that then. All right. All right, let's do a seed. Let's go into our haunts. Let's do our wither, our unstable affliction. Then we'll do our vile taint, and then we'll just start pumping. Just start pumping. Right here. Rapture, rapture, shadow bolt, shadow bolt. All right, let's reapply haunt. Let's get our free. Let's kick that. We want our commander, so let's do that. Get our new haunt, unstable affliction. Get our free shadow bolts. All right, keep going with that. Here we go. All right, let's do this. Let's do our haunt, our agony, our wither. All right, let's just keep pumping raptures on here. And some shadow bolts. How we doing? All right, get our unstable affliction going and our haunts. Okay, and then start pumping some raptures. There we go. Let's get some free raptures. Always take the free raptures. All right, it doesn't look like he's got any of our dots on. All right, here we go. Just some shadow bolts to finish him off. Okay. All right, where are we at? All right, 2 million DPS. It's not great. It's not the worst I've ever seen, though, so I'll take it. All right, here we go. We do our haunt. We do our seed. We do our wither. We do our unstable affliction. Pop a defensive here. Well, let's do our vile taint. And now let's just start pumping in some. Let's do our grimoire or two. I mean, what the hell? Let's just dump it all. Get these 2 free shadow bolts. All right, I got to get rid of that. Whatchamacallit. All right, let's stop that. I got to get rid of the target Caspar because that throws me off every time. All right, what am I doing? All right, 2.4 million. Not getting better. Still pretty bad. All right, let's get out of here. So let's drop our seed. All right, do our haunt, do our wither, unstable affliction into that. We'll do that. Kick that one. Let's get our commander here. All right, let's start pumping out some raptures, and we are low. All right, redo haunt and agony and unstable affliction. Okay, and just pump it. I'm gonna hold my other 2 just so I've got some whatchamacallums. All right, let's do that, do that. Get our free one here, do this. Oh, he's missing that. Missing our agony. See, in the bottom of my eye, I'm seeing that Caspar, and I'm thinking it's me, so I'm standing here doing nothing like a dumbass. All right, this is not going to be my best run for anything. All right, put her on our focus. All right, is he going? Is he going? There we go. All right. All right, we kick that. Wither, unstable affliction, agony. Now we're going to do our vile taint into our soul rots, into that, into that. All right, we got some insta-cast, which are nice. That's always nice to do while this is going on. Come back here just in case. Get that going, okay. All right, pump some of this out. Nope, somebody kicked that already. Good. Nope, I want to keep that. All right, so we're going to do that. Okay. All right. All right, I'm doing okay. Damage-wise. I may die here because it is dot on me, but... All right, now we kind of, oh, all right, let's do that, let's do that. We kind of start all over again. Unstable affliction into that. See, there we go again. I'm thinking vile taint. Into that. Let's do soul rot. Do our insta-casts. Okay. All right, let's start hitting some raptures. Let's start pumping in some damage. Here we go. Whoa. Pump some of these out as best we can. Stop that. All right, this healer. I mean, is it me? I mean, I don't understand what's happening. Okay, that one I understood. I stood in it. That was my own fault. This healer's struggling. All right. I'm not gonna make it. Can I make it? Can I make it? Oh my heavens. Okay. Okay, that was... I think the healer's struggling. All right, do go into our seed, into our haunt, unstable affliction, into agony. Let's do that. Let's kick that. Dump that in there. Okay, do our soul rots. Get our free casts. No more free casts. Okay, let's kick that. All right, now we got some free casts. All right, into wither, unstable affliction, AOE. It's pop a defensive. All right, we are capped on soul stones, which is not good. All right, let's cast our vile taint. We are out of soul shards. Let's kick that one. All right, let's do our wither, our unstable affliction. Let's do our haunt. All right. All right, there we go. Get some insta-cast. I'm down for that. Okay, yeah, I have to get rid of that. Oh my god, that's going to drive me crazy. Let's just keep casting. Normal casting here. Is my pet alive? Yeah, my pet's still alive. All right. All right, let's try to save some soul shards here. All right, did we do seed already? I don't know. Wither, unstable affliction, insta-cast, okay. What's happening here? I have no clue what's happening here. Why am I not being able to cast? Don't pull, okay. God, man, this is... Am I this bad, or what's happening here? Alright. Get out of that. We need more raptures, because we're capped on soul shards. Keep going with that. Alright, haunt is available. So now, maybe I'm doing this wrong, but every time I haunt, when it comes up, I just reapply agony and unstable affliction. That might be wrong. It's more than likely it's wrong, but we'll kick. Okay. Where are we going? Where are we going? This guy, what's he doing? Okay, Rex, where's he at? What happened? There he is. All right. All right, we go into haunt, into wither, into unstable affliction, into agony, and then we do our vile taint. We're going to pop soul rot and malevolence. All right, now we start pumping out raptures, get our free. Oops, nope, it's not what I wanted to do. All right, so see, haunt comes out, so I'm going to reapply agony and unstable affliction, and now we're just popping, waiting for our insta-casts. Get out of the way of that. All right, so haunt, agony, unstable affliction, do our free rapture. One more rapture. I always like to keep at least one soul shard in case we need it for something. So let's see how that goes. All right, now it's a group. Let's seed. Boom. I hate stairs. Rapture. Wither. Unstable affliction into that. I can't see nothing, so hopefully I'm not standing in nothing. All right, soul rot, malevolence, grimoire. Let's just unload it all because we need a... We are getting a lot of insta-cast, which is good, because we got to do some moving. And there's a lot of shit on the ground. All right, recast Haunt. I'll do that. My Unstable Affliction, my Instacasts. We are capped on shards because I was getting so many flipping Instacasts. Kick that. All right, go to Haunt, Seed. Apply the old dots, Instacasts. All right, now start popping. And just popping and popping. All right, got our Haunt. Kick that one. Okay. Unstable Affliction. Nope, we're almost capped on shards, so let's get that going. We are capped on shards now, which is not good. I'm going to save my cooldowns because I know the next pull is going to be a big one. Get our Unstable Affliction on there, get that going. I'm going to save some of my shards for then. Alright. I know this next pull is going to be a giant pain in the ass. Did he land? Alright, he landed. Good. Alright, so we're going to... Oh, Haunt. I'm going to go ahead and put my defense up. I'm going to do that. Go into Soul Rots, Malevolence. And now just start pumping them out. I put my Haunt back up, my Agony, Unstable Affliction, Instacast. Got 2 shards. Okay, Grimoire's up, but I am not going to use it right now. All right, AoE is up. Use a defensive, kind of help the healer out a bit. All right, get some Instacast. I got it. Yeah, that is driving me nuts down there. Oh, why is he pulling this? Okay. So we're gonna do Seed. All right, I gotta stun everybody here just to kind of. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. All right, I'm gonna wait on Grimoire because Soul Rot and Malevolence is up. Hit all 3 of them now. Just to, don't know why he pulled these, but okay, but he did, so we roll with it. Okay. Lordy, this is stressful. It's like dots everywhere. No, it's crazy. All right, what happened? What are we doing? Really? This is what we're doing? Okay, so we Haunt. Oh, we get the hell out of there. Do our Unstable Affliction, our Agony. We're going to drop that bad boy. We're going to kick that. All right, now just start pumping them up. Hey, that wasn't very nice. All right, keep going. Sorry. Oh, shit. Ah! Get that out of there. Come on, come on. All right, see, this is where we start kind of getting screwed up. I get all over the place. All right, let's do that. All right, I'm popping all my cooldowns now. Because we are struggling here. Or I'm struggling. Group's probably doing great. All right, we don't have the mini boss yet. Okay. Let's get that bad boy, put that, get some Unstable Affliction going on. How does he not have my Wither? Maybe he does? I don't know. All right. Oh, lordy, here we go. All right, let's see the corruption. Then we're going to haunt, wither, unstable affliction, into agony, and then now we just start pumping. Who's got the AoE? All right. All right, let's do our vile taint. So I'm popping everything again. Let's go ahead and stun, just to give our healer a break. All right, let's. Oh shit! Yeah, that's what happens when you look down at your. Yep. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and release. Summon my pet in real quick, and then let's get back down there. Where are they? Where are they? All right, where the fuck are they? All right, we're going to boss now. That was my bad. God, I stood right in that damn orb like it was nothing. I'm gonna put down a new soul well because I know I'm out, so other people may be. All right, haunt, wither, unstable affliction, agony, and now we start going to that. Get the hell out of the way of that again. All right, load up our unstable affliction. I'm going to stun the ads. Insta-cast, get our agony, our unstable affliction again. Okay, all right, let's do that. AoE, I'm going to go ahead and put my defensive up, my insta-cast shadow bolts, pop a health stone just to help the healer out again. All right, he got it over there, perfect. Oh, that was still close. Probably a little too close for me. All right, Malevolence, Grimoire will be out soon. Never mind, no he won't. Ooh, I fucked that up, golly. It's like I'm trying to brick this key on purpose. I promise you I'm not. I am just... I don't even know how I got behind the boss. I'm going to have to go back and watch that because I have no clue what the fuck just happened there. All right, we are good on count. Holy shitballs. That's a lot going on, man, in an Aflock. Holy mackerel. Like, all right, haunt, wither, unstable affliction, agony. Drop that bad boy. And Grimoire, my next Grimoire will be, won't be free, but we'll have... Okay, pop that. The agony, another one of those. And now we just start shadow bolting because that's all we got. Into that, okay. Into another agony, into another unstable affliction. Just... All right, let's stun some people here because this is getting out of control. Let's stun him because he's casting it on me, which is never good. Alright. Grimoire's up. I should have waited. Yep. Yeah, should have waited. Dang it. Alright. So now on this one, I now have to do everything plus. Alright, that's fine. Okay, he's good. He's good. Over there. Stay over there. Alright, bring this in. Throw that in. Okay. No, the bomb's in. Put that. If somebody get this last bomb. Oh, for fuck's sake. Do our health stone again. We grab the bomb, throw that into there. Is nobody else is getting the other bombs? Okay, somebody is good. All right, now let's get back into my normal rotation here. Unstable affliction into that and start. All right, we're good here. Alright, let's do our defensive. Alright, this is... Now what I don't get is, that was shitty of me, and how am I top DPS on this fight so far? Alright, here we go. Let's go. Let's get over there quickly. Alright, we are in the light. So let's summon another soul well in case people need them. Are we going to time this? We got... Oh yeah, we're going to time this. We'll be fine. We will be fine. Let's get ready to kick this asshole right away. Like that. All right. Pop this. Pop that. Unstable affliction. Put that in there and just drop it all. Soul Rot. Malevolence. Grimoire. I'm going to get this one way out here. Get the fuck out of that if possible. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a summon here. Oh, whoa, 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 what happened? Oh. That's what happened. Okay. So I gotta fix my... because it bumped shit down, which is not what I want. Then we're gonna do that. So this way, if I get it, then I can just pop into there, which will be fine, hopefully. Let's pop a defensive to help our healer out again. Alright, we're doing okay. Yeah, so now I can pump this here and do that. Haha! Look at that. That works. I didn't think that would work. Alright. For my defensive, the only defensive I got left. Alright. That was tough. I was horrible. But we did it. I don't know how we did it. Wow. That's a lot going on. I have really got to get used to that. Alright, popping buttons like a damn maniac. And I get nothing. Alright. Well, it's done anyway. We got some score out of it. And I only died once, so I'm counting it as a success. Whew. Okay. I need practice. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you want to see any of these that I'm doing, I am streaming most nights, Mondays, all week, pretty much for at least an hour or two every night. I'll be running this and my Holy Priest over on Twitch. So if you want to come watch, come on over and watch and see me struggle through some more keys. All right. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next week.